Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and look at us. We're right back where we started. This is actually the first spot that I ever first recorded my first clip of any PokeMMO YouTube video, and today I wanted to use it to possibly start a new series. I'm really excited for this. My plan for this is to go into the Safari, catch one Magikarp, and try to flip and trade that Magikarp up to as much Pokeyen as I possibly can. I'm not sure what my goal is yet, but it should be a really exciting journey, and let's go ahead and roll the dice. We could get a Magikarp with no IVs, just a terrible, utterly useless Magikarp that I'll be sitting in trade chat trying to sell forever, seeing if anyone will, take the bite, and, maybe trade me. Let's go ahead and test it out. I could get something with 1x31 speed, or a really relevant IV that could really net me some really decent starting Pokeyen. I'm not sure, and I think that's sort of the excitement and sort of the appeal to this, and then maybe seeing how long it takes me, how long I'm gonna have to sit in trade chat, trying to trade this thing, and maybe one day I might even be able to get to a shiny Pokemon just from flipping and trading up from a Magikarp. That would be really exciting. I think that's gonna be our end goal, but let's go ahead and check what fate has dealt us. Kind of match. Adamant Nature is pretty good. Adamant, 31 IV. Wow. And the stats are incredible. That's insane. I swear you guys could have thought that I recorded this multiple times trying to get the perfect cart, but this was literally just the first one that I caught. I almost wanted this challenge to be more difficult and just have, it's still going to be really difficult, but to start it off with this, just absolutely incredible. I'll see you guys in clip number 2 when I finally start trying to sell this thing. Alright, here I am back at my farming spot, and I wanted to take this time to kind of talk about my thought process behind this series and why I wanted to start it. I'm also going to go ahead and properly name my Magikarp challenge, which, is after the point of this challenge. And I want to say that I went ahead and price checked this thing, and I guesstimated it to be worth anywhere it could be anywhere from 40 to 80k. I think 40 to 60k is a really fair range. It's almost 25 plus in every other stat that it needs, like the HP, defense, special defense, 24 defense though, 31 attack, and it being Adamant Nature. This thing is one breed away from being an incredible, either a competitive Gyarados or turning something else like a Gibble or a Garchomp or something of that nature into a competitive Pokemon. Now, the point of this challenge is to essentially just flip this Pokemon into other Pokemon. I think I'm going to not allow Pokeyen to be an aspect. I'm going to try to trade other players a Pokemon for a Pokemon, maybe a Pokemon for multiple Pokemon, and eventually be able to trade up to a shiny the old-fashioned way. I think it's just a fun challenge. I think it's just interesting, and since I'm going to be sitting here, I've been paydaying a lot recently. So since I'm sitting here fishing and paydaying anyway, I might as well be plugging away in trade chat saying, hey, trying to trade this Magikarp for maybe a 2x31 or something of the sort, trying to trade it for something. I think would be super interesting while I'm just sitting here paydaying and making some passive Pokeyen and kind of grinding my brains out. Now, this is going to be an episodic series, so I'm not sure how much I'll be able to trade or flip it in today's episode, and I don't know how often I'll be able to make episodes for something like this because it's so sporadic and so random and really just depends on someone, in me finding a trade with someone. I'd really like to complete the series / complete the challenge before putting out any videos like this because I don't want to influence anyone trying to trade me or be willing to trade me just to be in a video. I want it to all be a secret. I want it to be, a sort of inside thing. I don't want people to be like, hey, that's the YouTube guy. Let me trade him. I want it to be really genuine and really raw. So let's see how it goes. I'm gonna start plugging away in trade chat. Let's see if I can get any offers. All right, so this is gonna be my message. It's going to be trading and then the Magikarp linked and then looking for offers. So I'll see you guys when I get my first whisper and someone puts up their first offer on this Magikarp. There we go, our first send into trade chat. Alright, DMs are a little crazy right now, but we're getting some offers. Someone whispered me saying, what are you looking for? I told him anything, Pokemon items, anything of equal value. Someone offered me 20k, which is much under my kind of estimated value for it. So I'm probably I might respond to him, I might ignore him. It's a bit of a low ball. He's probably looking to flip it on the GTL or something. Someone's also saying they really enjoy my videos. That's always sweet to see. Yeah, we'll see. He says he's got something. I'm going to try to bring up Whisper Windows for this. I'm really curious to see what Blocked has to offer. Alright, Blocked sent me this Smeargle offer. I haven't even clicked it yet, so let's go ahead and see what we're looking at. Rash, 3x31. Yeah, you know what? I'll absolutely take that. I think I understand where he's coming from. I think this thing, yeah, I think it's a very lucky trade. Hopefully he's not being super nice, just because, he knows who I am, but let's finish this and let's try to take this trade. All right, it looks like he's serious and he's willing to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and head on over to Hoenn Channel 1. I believe he's at Hariyama, is what that means by HP EV trading spot. Or yeah, I think so. I think it's Hariyama. I believe so. I think hopefully I go to the right location. Hope I can find him. I'm pretty sure it's Hariyama over here in the cave. But yeah, this is super tough. If I get a 3x31 this quickly, there's a lot of luck being involved here, guys. Yeah, there he is. There's a lot of luck being involved here. If this trade goes through, that would be a really big deal. A really huge jump start to the journey. Let's make sure he doesn't. It seems like an honest guy. He's not trading out the Smeargle for a different one. Wow, thank you so much, Blocked, helping me get started on this series. That's crazy. There's been a lot of luck involved. I'm gonna go ahead and rename this Smeargle to Challenge. And wow, we've already increased our value immensely. Let me go ahead and price check this Smeargle and show you guys, a more numerical or statistical example of that. Alright, so minimum price checking this thing as a field A group Pokemon male with these IVs, it's going to go for around 120, 130k. But a 31 attack IV and a 31 speed Smeargle is another price check of its own. Now this isn't going to be accurate. Let me go ahead and get another different kind of price check for you guys. It's good to price check by species and by field group sometimes. So there is a 3x31 Smeargle on the market for, you can see here, with the same stats for 450k, but that's not an accurate price check. I think looking for around 120k Pokeyen of value in another Pokemon is going to be our best bet. So let's go ahead and jump back into trade chat and see how much more progress we can make on this. Alright, so I got an offer from this guy Kichi Desu, and he linked me this Frostlass that's 3x31 as well. But I think it's not actually as good as my 3x31 Smeargle. Smeargle is a little bit more desired of a species as Frostlass. This Frostlass has 31 attack, which on a Frostlass is kind of irrelevant. Frostlass is a fast special attacker. Honestly, it's I eat my words. It's way more mixed than I realized having a base 80 attack stat, but from my experience in competitive play, it pretty much only runs special moves, being things like Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, etc., etc. It can go Hex, I guess. I think this is just like, it hasn't really picked all the moves for it yet. It's usually a Focus Sash lead. It can set up spikes, can Destiny Bond, etc., etc. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to make this trade. It's a really cool offer. It's like a pretty fair-ish offer, but it's not really, it's going to lose me a little bit of Pokeyen, if not, yeah, it's either going to lose me a little bit or kind of not gain me anything, but I'll double price check here in a quick sec just to make sure. Yeah, checking on the GTL and the A groups it in, if I go for Chaos, I could maybe flip it long term for this price, but I don't know if anyone's going to bite on that. On the Slugma, it's around 100k for this one, which is honestly really good and better. And yeah, as it's been up for 5 days, so that's less money. And then the other one is Mineral. It's in the Chaos and Mineral aid group, if I remember correct. I think I price checked. Oh, Fairy Mineral. Okay. Honestly, let me double check the Fairy aid group then. In Mineral, I think it's going for around 120k, which is equivalent to my Smeargle one. Let me check the Fairy. I didn't realize Frostlass was in the Fairy aid group, but once again, yeah, it's looking like less Pokeyen, so I'm gonna have to decline that offer, although I do really appreciate it from Kichi Desu. I did also actually get a whisper from Argosh, who was that guy earlier who was whispering me about appreciating my content, and I did have to tell him, hey, this is for a YouTube challenge, and since you know who I am, that would make things unfair. I really do appreciate the offer, but that feels, it feels a little cheap to me, so I asked him to keep it a secret. If nobody found out about it by the time this video comes out, I want to say thank you so much to Argosh. He's being very nice, but yeah, I can't take it, and I really do appreciate it. It was just a fun little interaction. Alright, little update. I've been here for around 2 more hours, I think, looking for a trade, and things have definitely really slowed down. Now, I almost took an interesting trade where someone was selling, I believe it was 35 Dittos in a Ditto box, so like almost half a Ditto box for 120k. And I calced it out, and if I were to have traded this one Smeargle worth around an estimated 120k for that Ditto box, if they would have accepted that trade, it would have been, I calced out to around 3,400 Pokeyen per Ditto, which if you sell a Ditto box for around 220k, I believe it's 3,666 Pokeyen for Ditto. per ditto. So I might have been able to like trade this Smeargle for those like 35 Shitos, and then maybe I could have traded them for something worth like 130 to 140k, but that would have been such a hassle, and such, there's, you know, who would like be willing to buy a ditto box for a Pokemon worth that. So it was too complicated. I think it wasn't worth the risk, but I just thought about it for a while. I calced it out. I wanted to have every possibility. Taking every chance and every possibility during a challenge as tough as this is super important. I definitely think we've gotten super lucky in episode 1. Getting this Smeargle right off the bat and catching a really good Magikarp was so huge. We've definitely valued up, our total wealth, I guess, a lot in this episode, and I'm hoping to at least hopefully get one more trade before the end of this episode, but that might not happen, and it'd be a real testament to see, how long is it going to be between episodes on something like this, because it just might take days and days or weeks and weeks to make episodes sometimes on something as, volatile as this. I do think it's really important to note, I didn't even say it yet, but we're at around 120k Pokeyen total value. I'm going to be looking for around 800k Pokeyen value, because that's around what the cheapest shiny costs. I don't care what shiny I end up with at the end of this challenge, but man, I really would love to end this challenge on a shiny Pokemon. Any shiny. Maybe I could even find like a shiny Lunatone or a shiny Solrock with no IVs if someone happens to get it from 2017 or like an older date. Maybe I could get it for cheaper. I'm not sure. I've seen certain shinies that'll sometimes go for cheaper, but it'd be really cool to see that. But that's the end goal for the challenge, around 800k of value to put towards a shiny. Alright, I saw someone in trade chat trying to sell 4 times ice cream hats, and I whispered them and I was like, hey, I'll trade you this Smeargle for 1 ice cream hat. So this Smeargle, once again, I estimated its value to be around 120k. You could maybe get more for it, but 120k is probably accurate. The lowest price for an ice cream hitter right now is around 130k, 140k if this one sells. So you know what? I might try to ask trade chat like, hey, I'm trading this Smeargle for one ice cream hood, please, smiley face. Play a little bit cute, play it up. Let's see if someone's willing to trade. Someone's looking for that innocent ice cream hood, for the Smeargle. And also, the ice cream hoods are really good vanity. So let's see if this works. I'll get back to you guys with any progress. Alright, Artemis did respond, so you know what, using the power of Google Translate, I'm going to give him this hopefully decently translated response, essentially saying, like, I'll trade you this Smeargle for 1 ice cream hood, please, smiley face, if he's willing. Let's see how he takes this. Let's see if Google Translate lets me down. Alright, it looks like no dice, but he was really kind about it. I went to Google Translate to translate this back, and he said, no thanks, friend, it doesn't help me, but good luck in what you do. And you know what? I can appreciate that. A very polite decline. More power to you, Artemis. It would have been, like a little bit of a slightly unfair trade for him, so I understand. I'm gonna go ahead and head back to trade chat. I'm gonna keep going for this this ice cream hood though. Let's see if someone has an ice cream hood laying around from the previous event and is like, you know what? Screw it. I'll get rid of this. I'll take on this guy Smeargle. He clearly wants an ice cream hood, etc., etc. So let's keep trying. Unfortunately, we got an offer with the white ice cream hood, but they know who I am. So once again, I'm gonna have to say, I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna have to decline. I'm doing a secret challenge, etc., etc. So unfortunate, but you know what? I want to keep this challenge as pure as possible. Even if people recognize my name, there's I wish I kind of would have done something on an alt account, but at the same time, it's nice to be able to just like payday and fish. The point of this challenge was that I could do a cool video idea, do a cool challenge while also playing my main account. So if I did it on alt, I would have been more undercover, but at the same time, I don't know, I'm not that popular, right? Who cares? But I'm gonna go ahead and decline this guy and just keep looking for more offers. Okay, this guy whispered me, and he has a brown ice cream hood. It looks like, it's almost like orange. I can't tell. I'd be willing to take that, I think. Like, it doesn't make it any, if anything, it makes it worth more. But it's gonna be harder to sell and harder to trade because of that, which will only put me with more time in trade chat. But you know what? Maybe it's worth it. Plus, it's kind of like chocolate ice cream. This one's light brown. I guess it looks kind of like chocolate. I guess hopefully that would be enough appeal. Let's see if he actually wants to trade or if he's just flexing it to me. Let's see if he goes through with it. Oh shit! Now someone else is messaging me. King Simi. He's offering me a black ice cream hood. Okay, now things just got really interesting. Ferrari Grandpa's asking for the picture of the Smeargle again. Which do I think would be easier to sell? The brown that looks kind of like chocolate, but it's more like orange. Can I see like what the color is called? I can't tell. It looks almost too orange. I almost might want to trade King Simi instead. Oh, but he's here. Oh no, I have to think about this really quick. Do I want the like brown / light orange chocolate? I think I want the black one instead. Oh no, I feel so bad. I'd love to do that trade. If you wait, why is everybody? Now everybody's messaging me all at once. If you don't mind. I hope nobody told people about my secret challenge. I hope it's still a secret. Where are you in game? I hope it's still a secret. Where's King Simi at? I want the black ice cream hood. I think that will be the best to sell. No one seems to be responding. I can't tell if I just got pranked or what happened, but yeah, I tried to whisper everyone and nobody seemed to be interested / respond. He told me Dragon Spiral Channel 2, and I was like, you know what? Like, 1 sec, someone gave me another offer. I'm sorry. I said, JK didn't respond. I'm actually here. Dragon Spiral Channel 2. I told the other guy, I said, you want to still trade? I would try to whisper this guy. He couldn't be found. He must have logged out. I don't know what's going on. It's so much happened so fast, and I can't tell if I actually lost out on a good deal because I was, too choosy, or if I was just getting pranked, or I don't know. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and head back to trade chat, and I just keep trying to look for another trade. That was definitely to be so close, but then for it to fall through definitely sucked. But that's just how trades go a lot of the time in trade chat, and I've been pretty lucky so far. So gonna keep searching for that ice cream hat dream. Okay, King Simi might have come through. He's messaging me saying, yo, I kind of want to keep the black one, but I do have this like light blue, aqua blue one. You can change the color with 75 RP. So I'm like, yeah, I'd absolutely do that trade. Hopefully he's not just still pulling my leg. If this trade goes through, it would be a super huge step. I could probably, it would take a while. This ice cream hood is going to be a tough sell, but I might be able to sell it for around 160 to 180k value. And with things like vanities, Indigo Plateau, I think that's the Elite 4 in Kanto, if I'm not mistaken. With vanities, with this kind of thing, if I hold it, if this series gets delayed, it might just progressively grow in value. Let's say I'm not able to make another episode for like 2 weeks or something, or like maybe even a month. The ice cream hood could rise in value to like 200k. A lot could happen. So I think getting my value into vanities might be one of the better things I can do for this series, especially with such a, I guess difficult type of long-term challenge. Let's see if this trade goes through. All right, here I am next to King Simi. Let's see if he's willing to do it. There's the Smeargle 3x31. I locked the list without him even putting up the ice cream hat. I'm so excited. There's the ice cream hats, Light Scion. Oh, I'm like grinning with excitement. Come on, trade. Thank you so much, King Simi. That's super exciting. So I guess I gotta wear this for this series as well. So now our item of value is the ice cream hood. Dude, why is this like the most exciting, fulfilling challenge I've done in so long? I'm really, really enjoying this. It's because there's so much time investment. It's really hard to find these trades, and it's all negotiations and talking and everything. Wow. We end the episode with an estimated around 160 to 180k value, and that's episode 1. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you're as excited for this series as I am. By the time this comes out, I should be done the challenge, because I don't want to be releasing episodes while I'm still in the middle of this challenge like I mentioned earlier. So if this episode is out, subsequent episodes should follow and the challenge should be completed. So let me know by liking the video and subscribing for future episodes, PokeMMO content, etc. Check out the Discord link down below if you want to join a really cool community. And then finally, if you want to support the channel and go above and beyond, if you really, really enjoy my content, you can become a YouTube member for $5 a month. Drop a Twitch Prime or a Twitch sub over on my Twitch, or hit up my PayPal or Venmo, linked down below. Any support goes a long way, and it literally allows me to make content like this. So, once again, thank you guys. And a quick little shout out to Shadow, or PokeMMO Investments here on YouTube. This series, I've been wanting to do a series like this for a while, and it was truly inspired by his series, which will be linked in the description below. His series is based on training up. I believe it's up from an Oni mask up to a Golden Tiger or a Gold mask. It's really trading up and flipping up from one vanity to the next. So this is very much based on that, although I think a little bit different in practice. I think he might use, I'm not sure. I haven't watched enough. I know he has 1 or 2 episodes that are fantastic, and I really recommend checking out. But that's it. Thank you guys again for watching. Thank you for your time. Hopefully it was enjoyable. Have a great day. I will see you guys later. Peace. Hey, if you're watching this, that means you watched the entire video, which is pretty crazy. So thank you so much for your time, and thank you for that. And if your name is on this list, that means you're a pretty cool dude. Thank you for going above and beyond and supporting the channel and allowing me to make videos or more content like this one. Thank you again.